Hello friends, welcome to Live Guruji channel and this is Pratima Kotesh here. Friends, in today's video I am going to speak about Gandhiji. Well, I know who doesn't know about Gandhiji. Gandhiji was the most prominent leader of our freedom movement against British colonial rule. He, in the true sense, was Mahatma, that is, a great soul, so also very aptly referred to as Mahatma Gandhiji. He is also considered as the father of our nation. Gandhiji's birthday on 2nd October is observed as the International Day of Non-Violence throughout the world. And 2nd October is celebrated as Gandhi Jayanti, which is one of the official national festivals of India. Gandhiji was a great social reformer, a simple man with wonderful thoughts. Not only India, but he has inspired people around the whole world through his lifestyle, his ideas, his non-violence movement, his simplicity, his patience, etc. Gandhiji strongly believed that truth is his God and non-violence is the means of realizing it. Who else in the history dared to say that my life is my message? Well, people today say that follow what I preach, but don't follow what I do. Gandhiji practiced what he preached and preached only what he practiced. So, friends, I hope these 108 quotes of Mahatma Gandhiji inspire you to live a righteous, peaceful, and a truthful life. So, here we go. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. An ounce of patience is worth more than a ton of preaching. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. A man is but a product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. Happiness is when what you think, what you see, and what you do are in harmony. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. See the good in people and help them. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Find purpose, the means will follow. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Where there is love, there is life. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment, and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. The greatness of a nation can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Even if you are a minority of one, the truth is the truth. There is a higher court than courts of justice, and that is a court of conscience. It supersedes all other courts. Prayer is the key of the morning and the bolt of the evening. Man becomes great exactly in the degree in which he works for the welfare of his fellow men. An ounce of practice is worth more than tons of preaching. There is a sufficiency in the world for man's need, but not for man's greed. There is more to life than increasing its speed. I suppose leadership at one time meant muscles, but today it means getting along with people. A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. Honest disagreement is often a good sign of progress. If we could change ourselves, the tendencies in the world would also change. As a man changes his own nature, so does the attitude of the world change towards him. We need not wait to see what others do. An error does not become truth by reason of multiplied propagation, nor does truth become error because nobody sees it. Truth stands even if there be no public support. It is self-sustained. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. We may never be strong enough to be entirely non-violent in thought, word and deed, but we must keep non-violence as our goal and make strong progress towards it. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. When restraint and courtesy are added to strength, the latter becomes irresistible. Change yourself. You are in control. Nearly everything you do is of no importance, but it is important that you do it. A no uttered from the deepest conviction is better than a yes merely uttered to please, or worse, to avoid trouble. Non-violence is a weapon of the strong. Love is the strongest force the world possesses. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. What barrier is there that love cannot break? If I had no sense of humor, I would long ago have committed suicide. To call woman the weaker sex is a libel. It is man's injustice to woman. If by strength is meant moral power, then woman is immeasurably man's superior. It is better to be violent if there is violence in our hearts than to put on the cloak of non-violence to cover impotence. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary. The evil it does is permanent. When I despair, I remember that all through history, the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they can seem invincible. But in the end, they always fall. Think of it always. All the religions of the world, while they may differ in other respects, unitedly proclaim that nothing lives in this world but truth. My religion is based on truth and non-violence. Truth is my God. Non-violence is the means of realizing Him. God has no religion. To believe in something and not to live it is dishonest. Whenever you are confronted with an opponent, conquer him with love. Truth never damages a cause that is just. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. There are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. True ahimsa should mean a complete freedom from ill will and anger and hate and an overflowing love for all. It is the quality of our work which will please God and not the quantity. Service which is rendered without joy helps neither the servant nor the served. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. If I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do, even if I may not have it at the beginning. Hate the sin, love the sinner. Glory lies in the attempt to reach one's goal and not in reaching it. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Forgiveness is more manly than punishment. I cannot conceive of a greater loss than the loss of one's self-respect. If we are to teach real peace in this world, and if we are to carry on a real war against war, we shall have to begin with the children. My life is my message. I cried because I had no shoes. Then I met a man who had no feet. You can't change how people treat you or what they say about you. All you can do is change how you react to it. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strength. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. Every home is a university and the parents are the teachers. The greatness of humanity is not in being human, but in being humane. Action expresses priorities. When you're right, you have no need to be angry. When you're wrong, you have no right to be angry. Relationships are based on four principles: respect, understanding, acceptance, and appreciation. I suppose leadership at one time meant muscles, but today it means getting along with people. It's easy to stand with the crowd. It takes courage to stand alone. True beauty lies in purity of the heart. 1,000 candles can be lighted from the flame of one candle. There are many causes I would die for. There is not a single cause I would kill for. Speak only if it improve upon the silence. You cannot shake hands with a clenched fist. I call him religious who understands the suffering of others. The first condition of non-violence is justice all round, in every department of life. In matters of conscience, the law of the majority has no place. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. What is really needed to make democracy function is not knowledge of facts, but right education. The rich must live more simply so that the poor may simply live. Literacy in itself is no education. Literacy is not the end of education or even the beginning. By education, I mean an all-round drawing out of the best in the child and man, body, mind, and spirit. True education must correspond to the surrounding circumstances, or it is not a healthy growth. To lose patience is to lose the battle. Love is the strongest force the world possesses, and yet it is the humblest imaginable. It's the action, not the fruit of the action, that's important. Education which does not mold character is wholly worthless. The enemy is fear, but we think it is hate, but it is fear. 7 dangers to human virtue: wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, science without humanity, knowledge without character, politics without principle, commerce without morality, worship without sacrifice. When I admire the wonders of a sunset or the beauty of the moon, my soul expands in the worship of the Creator. In doing something, do it with love or never do it at all. Humility does not work if it is a mere pretense, nor does simplicity. Be congruent, be authentic, be your true self. A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people. Not to have control over the senses is like sailing in a rudderless ship. bound to break to pieces on coming in contact with the very first rock. Fear of disease killed more men than disease itself. Keep your values positive because your values become your destiny. It's not too late at all. You just don't yet know what you are capable of. I hope these 108 Mahatma Gandhi quotes will inspire you to lead a better life. If you have still not subscribed to Life Guruji, kindly subscribe immediately. Press the bell icon to receive notifications of my latest videos. Like, share, comment and subscribe. Share this video with your near and dear ones. Let it also inspire them. Thank you for watching. Meet you in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye, friends.